Hi everyone, Coach Eli here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing part two of my special Manosphere video. If you missed yesterday's video, please go back and check it out. I believe it's a little over 40 minutes or so. It's quite lengthy, but it's a great listen. And I promise you guys, it will turn your life around. It'll change your mindset. Really try to understand what I'm saying, right? And again, like I was saying yesterday, I know it's very, very hard for, any man out there that, lacks self-love, lacks self-respect, is immature, is insecure. It's very difficult for any man to try to listen to a guy like me that pretty much has my shit together, right? I want to help you all get your shit together. And this is the way to do it. I had to learn this myself because, hey, you know what? I made mistakes just like you guys. And, I got some tough love from some other people. And I finally ended up listening, and it turned my life around. And now I'm here to try to help you turn your life around so you can have a happy, positive life. You can have that great woman or that great wife, that great family. You can get a great job and make great money, and you can make something out of yourself instead of feeding into endless nonsensical Manosphere drama channels and make these guys a ton of money. So let's get to part two here today. Yesterday, I shared, my experience of how I found out about MGTOW, which is the men going their own way community, which has now been kind of dubbed as the Manosphere because the MGTOW, men going their own way label on YouTube has been kind of blacklisted, and most of those MGTOW labeled videos will get automatically demonetized. So these creators are trying to find fancy ways to work around YouTube's algorithm and keep their videos monetized, right? Because for them, it's all about making money. And that's what I really want you guys to understand that are following Manosphere content creators. I'm not saying that all of them are bad, and I'm not saying that most of the things that these guys talk about are not true, because a lot of the things these guys say are true. But just because they're saying these things, are they leading by example? Okay? Are they sharing real life stories of what they've been through? Or if they're in a current relationship like I am, are they sharing, why their relationship is working, what things are happening in their relationship, and how they overcome those things, right? They're not sharing all that. All they're doing is trying to stir up the drama pot and talk as much crap about women as possible. So that way it's very entertaining and it gets you to drop everything to tune in. But what happens when you do that and you hear all this over and over and over again? You hear all this smack talk about women. It makes you become one of them. It makes you start becoming angry and bitter and hateful towards women. And instead of you getting what you initially went there for, help to become a better man and have a good life with a woman, you're actually far worse off, right? And the longer they can keep you, the longer these Manosphere, Dramasphere type of content creators can keep you in that state of unhappiness, right? Of being angry and bitter towards women, the more you're going to keep tuning in to watch their videos and live streams. They're going to make more ad revenue from you. They're going to also, get super chats from you in the chat, right? They're going to also try to sell you these additional packages on Patreon or on their website, right? And they're gonna try to monetize you as long as possible while really providing you absolutely no value at all. They provide you no value at all. If anything, the only value they may be providing is entertainment. But this is the cringiest entertainment ever. Men attacking other men and then talking smack about women. That's what happens too through these Manosphere channels. It's like so competitive out here on YouTube between these guys, or they make it a big competition when in essence, I don't look at it as competition. I come out here and do my thing, and I'm going to eventually target the right audience. And people that like me and like positivity will find me, right? But these guys make it such a competition. And when someone is doing better than them, right, these guys will attack them and try to kick them down, get them shut down, etc. I'm going to explain that here right now. Let's talk about what's been going on with this one channel that I believe is right around 500,000 subscribers. It's called the Fresh and Fit channel, run by a couple of African American gentlemen that live in Miami. The main guy, his name is Myron. He's a guy, he's in pretty good shape, and I'd have to say he's an okay looking guy. Then there's a guy goes by the name of Fresh. I don't know what his real name is, but they call him Fresh, right? Or he calls himself Fresh, right? And he's an okay looking guy. I think he's a little bit more on the chubbier side, but he's got some muscles and stuff. And I mean, I don't know what to say. I honestly think that he's kind of a weird guy in my opinion. I honestly think that Fresh, when I hear him speak, he kind of stutters a lot and stuff. And no disrespect on that. I'm not trying to criticize him, right? But I just don't really think, I don't really think that, in my opinion, he was made to do content like this, right? And now, as far as Myron goes, Myron's a great speaker. He's got great camera presence. He's a decent looking guy, right? And he could create something great, right? And maybe he has tried to create something great in the past. But what happens when you create positivity and you have no drama, right? Especially nowadays on YouTube. If you do what I do, like this video here, I'll be lucky to get 50 or 100 views. I'll be lucky to get that, right? Why? Because I'm in a rebuilding process after being stuck in this dramasphere, manosphere for a while. And when you're stuck in it for a while as a content creator, you go back and forth with people. YouTube thinks that dramasphere, manosphere audience is your audience, so they recommend that audience your videos. And for me, that's not an audience I can help because those people aren't open to the help. I'm trying to reach a different audience that likes my content and will use my services and will learn from me in a more positive way. I think what ended up happening with Myron is he probably tried to create some real content and he realized he's not getting the views, so he's got to amp it up. He's got to throw some drama in there, right? So that's how I think this whole Fresh and Fit podcast, which is simulcasted on YouTube almost daily, if not daily, came about, right? And what do these guys do? They go out around Miami and they bring in like some hot women and, they sit around a table and they have these discussions. And quite honestly, I honestly think these women are getting paid to do this. And I know they have to sign releases and all that stuff. I've seen them talk about that before. But I honestly think that, these women are not just going on there because they want to go on there. They're going on there because they're getting paid to go on there, and they're also thinking about getting more exposure on there, right? And so, I used to watch the Fresh and Fit podcast for a little while when it first came out. And then, quite honestly, it just became the same old, boring, repetitive thing. Bring a bunch of hot women on, talk a bunch of smack about women, and call it a day. Say some things that will trigger women. It's almost kind of like what Myron and Fresh are trying to do, or have been trying to do, is create the YouTube modern day version of the Jerry Springer show or the Maury Povich show or some drama show, right? What happens on Jerry Springer, right? You have a man and a woman come on, and then, it was found out that the man cheated on his woman with her best friend. Then Jerry brings her best friend, onto the stage. And then all of a sudden the fight starts, right? Okay. And what happens when a fight starts? People tune in. They're like, for some reason, people love it when people get triggered. Like, and quite honestly, that's just boring stuff to me, right? And a lot of that stuff on the Jerry Springer show, it's all fabricated, it's all scripted. They tell the people that come on the show that are also getting paid to come on the show to amp up certain aspects, for the camera, right? In essence, that's what Myron and Fresh are doing on the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? It's all a scripted, fabricated type of show, leading you guys to believe that you're going to get value and learn to be a better man and learn to better attract women and keep them around if you continue to follow them. The truth of the matter is, that's not their purpose. It's a drama shit show, Jerry Springer style type of entertainment type of show. And you guys are going to get no value from it, okay? That's why I honestly feel when you guys in the Manosphere are following creators like them and others that create similar types of drama content, in essence, you're setting yourselves further back, right? And then you're getting stuck in this endless vortex of drama and cringe, and it's just really hard to get out of it, okay? So, my advice to you guys is, and listen, I'm not the kind of guy that's trying to kick anyone down. My advice is this: you got to choose whether you want to live a pathetic drama life where you're going to be lonely and talk smack about women. If you're going to continue following these people, that's the route you're going to go, which is what I'm trying to say. If you want to turn your life around, you've got to surround yourself with more positive people. And I'm a very positive person. Now, why do I not get the traction that these channels do? Why? Because sometimes people perceive me to be boring, even though I'm not boring, but I'm not sitting here creating content that attacks people. I'm sitting here trying to teach people to rise above this drama and make something better about yourself. But in order to do that, you got to remove yourself from this drama and start following more positive creators like myself, and just start being a better person to others. Start treating others the way you want to be treated. Stop being angry and bitter. Let shit go. Okay. So now what's been going on with Myron and Fresh? I started seeing, because I still do follow some Manosphere creators. I'm kind of curious to see what these guys are doing, because it does affect my coaching business, right? The audience that these guys have amassed is an audience I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to reach those same guys that are in their late teens, 18, 19, that are in their 20s and early to mid 30s and sometimes even into their 40s. I'm trying to reach that audience to help teach these guys the right ways to, approach women, the right ways to approach every aspect in life. I'm also trying to teach them to love themselves more, to have self-respect, self-love, self-appreciation, right? I'm trying to teach them to have a more positive attitude. I'm also trying to teach them to not kick other men down that they perceive to be better than them. Listen, there are many people that are better than me, but I don't kick those people down. In my younger days, when I was immature, I used to do that, right? But I didn't have YouTube or all this, social media that's out nowadays to help me work through it. You guys have that now. But a lot of you guys, will, project your insecurities. Right? You'll come out and project your insecurities to people you perceive that are better than you. But instead of doing that, food for thought, okay? Food for thought. Instead of projecting your insecurities onto someone you perceive to be better than you, and if you perceive them to be better than you, they probably are better than you, right? Okay? Why not follow them and listen to them and take their advice so you can become like them, right? Or better than them, right? That's all I've been trying to do here, right? So, Myron and Fresh from the Fresh and Fit podcast, they've been copyright striking other creators that have been doing reaction videos to their, live streams or pre-recorded videos, right? And everybody in the Manosphere is pissed off. And I quite frankly don't blame the people that are pissed off in the Manosphere regarding this, right? Okay. But another thing, here's the thing that really gets to me about, Fresh and Fit, right? Myron and Fresh, right? Is that not only are they copyright striking people for, other people doing fair use reaction videos to them, they're doing reaction videos to these channels, right? But these channels aren't copyright striking them. It's very, very hypocritical. And so what's happened is it stirred up this controversial part throughout the Manosphere, right? And all these other Manosphere creators, I follow them too. There's the Better Bachelor channel. There's Strong Successful Male. There's 21 Studios, run by a guy named the President, Anthony Johnson. There are many other Manosphere channels that, even ones that have over 1 million subscribers, that are reacting to this. So, in essence, what's happening here, and you guys out there that are not YouTubers, that are supporting these Manosphere creators, in essence, what's happening here is this is a back and forth fabricated drama shit show. Now, don't get me wrong. These creators that are reacting to Fresh and Fit, copyright striking them, they have a legitimate case, right? But think about it. When they're talking about Fresh and Fresh and Fit's talking about them, and you got all these creators going back and forth, okay? Who wins here? Who's going to win the most when they're talking about the creator or creators that are copyright striking their channels wrongfully, right? This is a ploy that Myron and Fresh are trying to do to get more attention. Why? Because their channel's probably starting to die. They probably started to see less growth. A lot of people are starting to see their true colors. A lot of these guys don't practice what they preach, right? There have been videos that have surfaced where, Fresh has gone out and, he's actually, had a sugar baby, right? And he's been like a sugar daddy. I've seen videos like that. I've seen other videos on Myron that really don't coincide with what they present and how they act on the show, right? So I'm trying to get you guys that are truly seeking help to become a better man out there to understand that this is all BS. It's a ploy. It's all for entertainment. And most of these guys out there, don't practice what they preach. They come out here and talk smack about women, but they still go out there and try to get women, but they don't get women, right? They call other guys incels, but they're the incels, right? Here's the thing. Anyone that, goes out and calls people incels are more than likely an incel. Now, for me, I talk about it for example purposes as a coach, but I think you get what I'm saying here. So what you guys have to understand is that, this is all a ploy to try to save a sinking ship of the Fresh and Fit channel, even though they have 500,000 subscribers, right? What do they do every day? Like I said, they bring a bunch of hot women on that they probably have to pay. And they talk smack about women. And they trigger women on the show. And, they, lather, rinse, and repeat every day, right? That gets old after a while. Numbers start to go down. Less money is made, less super chats are made, right? And so that's what I think is going on. I think now this is a ploy to try to get more subscribers for the Fresh and Fit channel to try to reach a newer audience. But here's the thing, even if they reach a newer audience, what are they going to do? The same thing they've been doing for a while now, right? Like the Jerry Springer style show. The Jerry Springer style show has been played out, right? The Fresh and Fit podcast has been played out. Every topic has been discussed. Lots of women have come on there. It's all about shit talking the women and trying to trigger them on the show to get a reaction. It's like the same old boring thing. So they're deliberately copyright striking other creators that are legitimately using small excerpts from their content under fair use. So that way they can stir up the drama and get all these creators to make videos. Fresh and Fit is abusing the YouTube copyright system. All of them are doing it, right? And they're tagging Fresh and Fit in their postings. Why are they tagging them? Because it's going to get them traction. Heck, I'm going to tag Fresh and Fit because it's not that I'm trying to it's not that I'm trying to use them for traction. Yes, I am trying to get traction. And I do want to get traction by tagging them, I'm not going to lie. But I want to reach these people, other people that are watching this whole thing unfold, and other creators that are seeing this. I want to get you folks to understand what's really going on. So that way, maybe you all can make a change. Maybe, you Manosphere content creators can focus more on helping men, become better men, and not making it all about drama and all that BS. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm going to tag them in. Okay? So, folks, that's what's really happening here. Like I mentioned in my video yesterday, I used to deal with a couple of Manosphere content creators that are outside this group with Fresh and Fit, right? But they were still Manosphere creators. They still kind of are to this day. And they played that same copyright game with me, right? It just seems like these guys, when someone better comes along and they feel like their channel or their business is threatened, they will attack you and hit you below the belt. Okay? I mean, look, first of all, in my opinion, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But if you're going to give criticism, do it in a respectful, professional, mature way, constructively. A lot of these guys, they just attack below the belt, and they do that because it gets them traction on YouTube. I'm going to wrap up by saying this and this has been kind of a long video series here, and I have some other things to do, and I'm sure you do too. But, a lot of these guys, the reason why, like I said, they do this is because they cannot get traction in other ways. They do not get the views in other ways. And, it's really sad. It's really sad to me that these guys, in essence, are doing what women are doing to get attention. Pay close attention to this, guys, before we wrap this up. Ladies, you can learn from this too. I cater my content to both men and women. But guys, okay, what do women do? How do women get attention? How do women grow their channels on the internet? Because there are so many thirsty beta males like you guys. You guys, the guys that follow the Manosphere creators, you guys are beta males, all of you. Because if you weren't beta males, you wouldn't be wasting your time with that pathetic drama content, right? So it's you guys that validate any female content creator that creates something. Now, don't get me wrong. There are many female content creators that can create great content, but there are many of them that have crappy content and they get 1 million subscribers. Why? Because you thirsty beta males validate them, right? So a woman, in essence, can build a brand and grow a channel to tons of subscribers, over 1 million subscribers, and make lots of money just for looking pretty, right? Men can't do that. Men do not get the same attention as women do on social media and YouTube, for example, just for looking pretty, right? So what are men doing to balance out the quick, easy, and non-sustainable way of growing something fast? Is they're creating drama content. They're talking smack about other men and they're kicking other men down. And you see this back and forth with all these channels just trying to kick each other down and play the copyright game. Come on, guys, grow the fuck up. It's time to really grow up. I mean, this whole thing about these Manosphere content creators and guys attacking each other on YouTube, Okay, and it more so primarily happens on YouTube because it's the largest, video sharing platform. This is all going to come to an end. And I'm going to keep pushing my message forward. I'm going to be doing videos like this every now and then to try to get through to as many guys as possible that are following these Manosphere creators, to understand that you're wasting your time. All you're doing is wasting your time from bettering yourself, and you're also making these guys a ton of money as long as you continue to feed in them. And again, this is not sustainable long term. All of these Manosphere channels are not sustainable long term. In addition, because they talk so much smack about women in hateful ways, that are not true. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the things they say, are true about certain women, but not all women are like that. A lot of these guys will say, all women are like that. No, they're not. Okay? Can you also come out and say all men are the same? No, they're not, because I'm definitely not the same as you guys. I'm definitely way more mature, secure, respectful, and loving than you guys are. And that's because you're choosing to not be in the ways that I choose to live my life in a happy and positive way. Right? But the thing is, you can change that. You guys can change that. But as long as you want to continue supporting these Manosphere creators that are sending you down the wrong path, you're only going to continue to sink further the other way. You want to turn it around? Follow some great positive creators. Consider subscribing to my channel, banging the bell, selecting all notifications. Go back and watch my backlog of videos. I have a lot of videos I've been putting out lately and in the past. I've got over 800 pieces of content publicly on this channel. Okay, there's lots you can see here. Reach out to me, email me, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. If you want to collaborate with me in a positive way, or if you want to share your story, and I'll respond to you in a video free of charge. Okay? It's up to you guys how you choose to live your life, right? But the way many of you guys are living your life right now, primarily because of the way, you were raised, which is not your fault. Okay? The way you're living your life is not good. But I know you guys want to better yourselves. You're not going to better yourselves hanging around other people that are behaving like you or worse than you, right? And leading you to believe that if you stick around with them, your life's going to change for the better. No. So that's what's happening, folks. I'm really saddened by all this. I think it's stupid. I think it's pathetic. I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism for these videos. I know I'm going to probably have hundreds of thumbs down. I guess it's a good thing that YouTube no longer shows the dislike count anymore publicly. But regardless, these guys are still going to thumb me down. See, here's the thing. Every single one of you guys, and it's going to be guys that thumb me down, not women. The more thumbs down I get on this video, the more you are validating that my statement here is true. Let me repeat that again. To all you trolls, haters, and Manosphere people, whether you're a creator or a follower of Manosphere channels that disagree with what I say here, okay, or that thumb me down. It's not because you disagree with what I say here. It's because you agree with what I say here, right? Okay. If what I was saying wasn't true, okay, it'd be a different story, right? But because of what I'm saying is true and I'm calling you out to try to help you better your lives, you're going to thumb me down as a projection. That's the bottom line. I want to help you. Try to start turning it around right now by giving me a thumbs up instead of a thumbs down. Again, you want to thumb me down hundreds of times, thousands of times. The more you guys thumb me down, the more views I'll get, the more monetized playbacks I'll get. That's great. Yeah, I do want to make money, and it is a business. I need to make money. But I do it for more than just the money. I do it because I truly care about helping each and every one of you reach the success you want to reach. Okay? You guys are not going to reach success continuing to go down this path and supporting people that are either at your level or are worse off than you are. The only way you're going to better yourself is by allowing people that are in a better place than you are, that are better than you, to help you get as good as we are. And that's where I'm going to wrap up this video here today. I hope you enjoyed this two-part series. I'll be doing many more videos like this down the road. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and I'll catch you next time. Guys and gals, please have a great day. Take care of yourselves. And most importantly, stop the drama. Stop the hate. Be good to each other. Have a good one.